Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Fluent Podcast, Speak from the Heart. If you're new here, don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss a new episode that helps you speak English naturally and confidently.
Yes, and today we're diving into one of the most asked questions ever. How can I speak English fluently? That's right, not just correctly, but fluently.
Fluency isn't about speaking fast. It's about speaking smoothly, with confidence, and without too much thinking.
Exactly. So today we'll talk about what fluency really means, how to train your brain and tongue, and practical ways to practice every single day, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country.
Let's start with a simple idea. Fluency is flow. It's when your thoughts and your words move together, like music.
Many learners think they need perfect grammar to be fluent, but that's not true. Fluency is more about connection, not perfection.
Yes, you can make small grammar mistakes and still sound fluent, as long as you keep your rhythm and confidence.
Think about this. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes, but they keep talking. That's fluency.
Let's talk about what usually blocks fluency. Number 1, fear of mistakes.
Yes. Many learners stop mid-sentence to think of the right word, but by stopping, you break your flow.
Instead, use simple words to keep going. For example, if you forget the word enthusiastic, you can say very excited.
Exactly. The second barrier is translating from your native language. When you think in your language and translate, your brain slows down.
So, start training yourself to think in English. You can do this by describing simple things in your head, like, I'm opening the window, I'm making coffee, or the sky looks bright today.
Yes, it may sound silly, but that's how fluency is built, one simple thought at a time.
All right, now let's talk about practice. What are some daily habits that can help you speak English fluently?
Habit 1, shadowing. That means listening to native speakers and repeating what they say at the same time.
You can do this with movies, YouTube videos, or even this podcast. It helps you copy their rhythm, tone, and pronunciation.
Habit 2, speak out loud, even when you're alone. Talk to yourself while cooking, cleaning, or walking. The goal is to make English your thinking language.
And habit 3, record yourself. When you listen back, you'll notice your pronunciation and pacing and see your progress over time.
Here's the bonus one. Join English-speaking communities online. Practice with real people. Even short conversations help.
Fluency also needs the right mindset. You must believe you can do it, even if you make mistakes.
Yes, fluency grows from confidence, not perfection. When you speak with energy and emotion, people listen.
Don't wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking now, because every time you speak, you get one step closer to fluency.
So, to summarize, fluency is about flow, not speed.
It's about confidence, not perfection.
Practice a little every day, think in English, and don't be afraid to speak.
If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend who's learning English and leave us a comment telling us what's your biggest challenge in speaking English fluently. Let's talk about how to practice English every single day without feeling bored or stressed.
Exactly, because fluency doesn't happen in one big moment, it happens in small, daily moments. Let's discover how you can turn your day into an English classroom.
Let's start with your morning. When you wake up, your mind is fresh. It's the perfect time to practice.
You can talk to yourself in English. Say what you're doing out loud. For example, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making breakfast. I'm getting ready for work.
Exactly. This helps you think in English. No translation, just daily actions and simple sentences.
Even if your family thinks you're talking to yourself, tell them I'm practicing fluency.
Remember, practice builds confidence. Now, imagine you're on the bus or walking to school or work. This is another great chance to practice, quietly in your mind.
You can describe what you see. The sky looks cloudy. That man is wearing a red jacket. There's a coffee shop on the corner.
This trains your brain to create English sentences naturally, without pressure, without grammar books, just real-world thinking.
Here's something fun. Try to order food or coffee in English. Even if you're not in an English-speaking country, you can practice with your friends.
Pretend you're at a cafe in London or New York. Say things like, "Hi, I'd like a cappuccino, please. Could I get a sandwich to go?" This is real English, polite, natural, and useful.
You can even record your voice while practicing. Then listen back and notice your tone, rhythm, and pronunciation.
When your day is almost over, take 2 minutes to reflect in English. Ask yourself simple questions. What did I do today? What did I learn? What made me smile?
You can say it out loud or write it in a small English journal. Reflection helps your brain remember new words and phrases, and it builds a beautiful habit of daily English thinking.
It's like a gentle conversation with yourself in your second language, peaceful and powerful.
Want to make your daily practice even stronger? Use the shadowing method while you listen to podcasts, like this one.
Repeat after us. Copy our tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep your voice moving.
That's the secret to fluency. Consistency, not perfection.
So, remember, every small moment counts. Speak during your morning. Think in English on the bus. Order in English and reflect at night.
If you make English a part of your daily rhythm, your fluency will grow naturally, just like your confidence.
We talked about building daily habits. Now it's time to use them in real life.
We'll show you how to speak naturally, respond confidently, and sound like you're having a true, comfortable chat.
Hey, John, it's been a while. How have you been?
Hey, Mary. Yeah, it's been crazy busy lately. I've been working on a new project. How about you?
Same here. Work's been nonstop. I'm trying to balance everything, but I've been practicing my English listening every night.
That's awesome. Any new shows you're watching?
Yeah, I've been watching this British cooking show. It's fun, and I've learned so many new words about food.
That's the best way to learn, when you enjoy it. By the way, we should grab a coffee this weekend.
I'd love that. Let's do Saturday afternoon.
Perfect. It's a plan.
Let's go over some natural expressions from that conversation.
First, it's been a while. It's a friendly way to say you haven't seen someone recently. For example, hey, it's been a while since we talked.
Next, how have you been? This means, how are you doing lately? It's a more natural way to ask than just, how are you?
Another phrase is, I've been working on. It shows what you've been doing recently, like, I've been studying English, or I've been learning new words.
And don't forget, that's the best way to learn. It's a warm, positive phrase to encourage someone. You can say it when your friend is trying something new, like watching movies or listening to podcasts in English.
Now it's your turn to practice. Listen again to the dialogue, then repeat each line after us.
Hey, John, it's been a while. How have you been?
Hey, Mary. Yeah, it's been crazy busy lately. I've been working on a new project. How about you?
Same here. Work's been nonstop. I'm trying to balance everything.
That's awesome. Any new shows you're watching?
Yeah, I've been watching this British cooking show.
By the way, we should grab a coffee this weekend.
I'd love that. Let's do Saturday afternoon.
Repeating real-life conversations like this builds automatic fluency. It teaches your tongue, your rhythm, and your confidence.
Yes, and don't worry about sounding perfect. Focus on sounding natural.
Let's talk about something important, confidence.
Many learners feel nervous when speaking English with others, but remember, mistakes are part of learning.
Even native speakers make them.
True. When you speak, focus on connection, not correction. Look at the person, smile, and speak with heart.
Yes, when you share your ideas with warmth and honesty, people feel your message, even if your grammar isn't perfect.
That's why we say, speak from the heart. It's not just our tagline, it's our philosophy. So, today we learned how to turn small conversations into opportunities for fluency and connection.
Practice this cafe dialogue, try your own version, and speak with someone this week, even for 2 minutes.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your English learning friends and leave us a comment. What's your favorite English phrase to use in a conversation? Thank you for listening, and remember, keep practicing, keep smiling, and always speak from the heart.